Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. It is so good to be here before you guys on this beautiful Tuesday morning. First and foremost, give honor to God, who is the head of my life. Definitely thankful for all that He is doing in my life and all the different successes and wins that I have been experiencing lately. Today we celebrate Stand Up, Clap It Up. This is season 6 of The Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. And of course, I would not be here without God, of course, grace and His presence upon me, but also my support system and my active listeners who have been tuning in to actually grow this movement. Thank you guys so much, because without you guys, then this would not be here today. So, with that being said, of course, I always like to share how I got started. And this movement all began during the pandemic and back in November, when my father and I used to have these morning meetings. And in morning meetings, we will take the opportunity to work on our different projects, but to also come up with new, innovative ideas and thought provoking conversations that triggered the breakfast show as it was created. We would ask each other thought provoking questions. When we would ask each other these thought provoking questions, it was my dad's suggestion to take it to, an audience. And for me, being who I am, I just had to go to social media because social media was just accessible, because no one was really meeting or, linking up because it was the pandemic. So I thought that social media was definitely the place to be. And from that point on, I wrote up the outline of the show, wrote up everything. Then he gave me another idea to actually do it in the months that have 30 days, which are like April, June, September, and November, hence as to why I'm here before you this very June. And that will, constitute seasons, 30 days, seasons. Season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, and so forth. So yes, that is how The Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay was born. And of course, it's taken off. So yes, that's my story. And allow me to go ahead and move into the next part of the show, which is when we do our mental check-in. Where are we mentally? Where are we mentally? How we feeling? How we starting off our day? So for me, of course, it is measured on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being the worst day of your life, and 10 being the best day of your life. Whew. Can I be below a 1? Absolutely. Can I be above a 10? Absolutely. You can definitely be however you want to feel based on how you're kicking off your day. This is not to try to tell anybody how to feel. This is about you being able to assess where you are as you're starting your day, and you can begin to elevate throughout the remainder of the day. So for me this morning, I struggled this morning to get out of bed. I started off very, very low. So I would say that I started off about a 4, definitely about a 4. Got in and out of the bed, woke my son up for school, but I just couldn't seem to get myself together. I just feel super exhausted, super like, man. So as I'm coming before you today, I'm coming later than my usual time, but I'm still putting forth the effort to be like, hey, I know that I got to get this show out. And nothing can make it as transparent as possible. Y'all know that I believe in transparency. Y'all know I believe in keeping it real. And today was one of those days. I could barely even get myself up out of bed. I just was exhausted. I felt drained, and I made it to work. And, sometimes your strength comes from God. As I meditated this morning, as I prayed, as I got into the car and talked to my Uber driver, I just really thank God for who He is, for getting me from point A to point B, mentally as well as physically. So, yeah, you guys go ahead and drop those numbers, share how you feel, just keep it 100. With that being said, I want to go ahead and move into what my goals are for this season of The Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. I have 6 different goals that I'm currently working on, or that I would definitely like to see as it relates for The Breakfast Show. My six goals, of course, to expand my listening base. I'm currently at 712 listeners. My goal is to achieve 1,000 listeners. My second goal is to expand into various countries. Currently, I have 12 countries that are under my belt, but I'm seeking to take down 183 more countries. Third, I want to be able to grow my presence on YouTube, and my tag name is Marisha LaShay at 1020. That is my YouTube page. Please follow and subscribe if you haven't already. Four, go ahead and establish my subscription, starting with at least Apple Podcasts. And my fifth goal is to establish a podcast for younger listeners, because my podcast is focused on like 18 and older. And I want to be able to have something for the younger generation, like my son's age, my younger cousins, and things like that. So, establishing a podcast for younger listeners will be able to, kind of put them out there. And I'm actually getting ready to release them. They're coming out. Their show is coming in 4 days. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And six, adding digital products and merchandise. With the digital products, I have an ebook that is coming and dropping at the end of this month. That is what I want to be able to do, to have digital products such as a course, such as ebooks, such as a particular curriculum. Like I would like to blow podcasting up and make it, ta-da, make it famous, right? And then actually having merchandise of some of my taglines and things that I talk about in the show that originally came from me, right? So, yes, those are my six goals for and ends of it being season 6. So, with this being season 6, podcast focuses on 26 trending topics in life in an alphabetical order. Today is day 6, and there will be 24 more days to go, starting with the letter F today. The question of today is, what topics start with F? And today we're going to be talking about fitness and wellness trends. The health and wellness industry is constantly evolving, and there are always new trends emerging. I'm going to discuss popular fitness routines, workout styles, wellness practices, and nutrition trends that are gaining popularity. But more specifically, with an emphasis in high intensity interval training, which is known as HIIT, plant based diets, and mindfulness, meditation, and wearable fitness technology, and more. So, without further ado, of course, you know that when we talk about high intensity interval training, which is known as HIIT, I want to give you guys, some information regarding HIIT. So it incorporates several rounds that alternate between several minutes of high intensity movements to significantly increase the heart rate to at least 80% of one's maximum heart rate, followed by short periods of lower intensity movements. Interval training was first introduced in the 1950s as a higher intensity form called sprint interval training, which reached 100% maximum heart rate and was used to improve the performance of elite Olympic athletes. Body weight can be used as the main form of resistance so that additional equipment is not needed. HIIT workouts also generally do not require a large amount of space, making the format ideal for a home workout. HIIT workouts can be integrated into various exercise formats such as running, outdoors or on a treadmill, dancing, rowing machines, stationary bicycles, or stair climbers. The interval durations can be timed by using 1 to 5 minute music tracks. Other terms that are interchangeably with HIIT are Tabata and circuit training. Tabata is a form of HIIT that was created by Professor Emuzi Tabata in 1996, involving Olympic speed skaters. His exercise intervals were extremely high intensity, followed by very brief rest periods. Fitness centers and gyms that offer Tabata classes are typically 20 to 30 minutes and encourage participants to reach their highest intensity ability, but they can self-regulate their workouts. Circuit training involves 8 to 12 exercises that target different muscle groups. Participants rotate through each station, completing one exercise that lasts several minutes. The difference with circuit training is that the intensity is variable, whereas HIIT encourages maximum effort by reaching 80 to 90% maximum heart rate. HIIT can help to decrease body fat, increase strength and endurance, and improve health outcomes, but it is not necessarily better than exercise formats. Its main appeal is that it can achieve similar fitness and health benefits in a shorter duration that it includes periods of rest. Safety, the safety of making sure, and some things to remember when you're doing it. People who are deconditioned, recovering from injury, elderly, have overweight, or medical conditions should be followed and monitored closely by their physician and exercise professional. Because of the higher intensity achieved with HIIT, it can be observed and that for deconditioned individuals, the intensity of HIIT is comparable to what they may encounter during activities of daily living. The American College of Sports Medicine provides screening tools that can be used to identify risk factors using the HIIT format to lower the risk of adverse events. These checklists include medical conditions that are contradicted to performing HIIT workouts, uncontrolled heart rate such as arrhythmias, uncontrolled diabetes, and rhinopathy, and the systems to watch for to end a HIIT workout early, such as significant rise or drop in blood pressure during the actual workout. Okay. We talked about HIIT. Now we want to be able to go on and talk about plant-based diets. That's definitely something that I see often a lot of people that are, getting into that. But the benefits of plant-based diets. A plant-based diet is a powerful way to achieve good health. Plant-based diets consist of exclusively plant foods, including fruit, vegetables, grains, and legumes, and avoid meat, dairy, and eggs. Plant-based foods are full of fiber, rich in vitamins and minerals, free of cholesterol, and low in calories and saturated fat. Eating a variety of foods provides all the protein and calcium and other essential nutrients your body needs. It's important to include a reliable source of vitamin B12 in your diet. You can easily meet your vitamin B12 needs with a daily supplement or fortified foods such as vitamin B12 fortified breakfast cereals, plant milks, and nutritional yeast. Those who eat a plant based diet lower their risk for heart disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, and other health conditions. Research also shows that plant based diet can be less expensive than an omnivorous diet. It can definitely, with people who eat a plant-based diet, have a lower risk of dying from heart disease when compared to non-vegetarians. Plant-based diets have been proven to prevent and reverse heart disease, improve cholesterol, and lower blood pressure. It could also decrease diabetes. Plant-based diets prevent, manage, and reverse type 2 diabetes. Plant-based diets lower body weight, improve insulin function, and increase beta cells' ability to regulate blood sugar, which helps reverse symptoms associated with type 2 diabetes. It also aids in weight loss. Plant-based diets lead to weight loss even without exercise or calorie counting, replacing high foods with fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. Naturally reduce calorie intake. Cancer, avoiding animal products and high fat foods and eating plant based foods can lower your risk of developing certain types of cancer. Brain health is also important. Saturated fat and trans fat found in dairy products, meat, and fried foods can increase the risk for Alzheimer's disease and other cognitive conditions. A plant based diet avoids these foods and is rich in antioxidants, fluoride, and vitamin E, which may offer a protective effect. Okay. So those are the effects of having and engaging a plant-based diet. Let's talk about the effects of mindfulness and meditation, how that can play a role, and talk about the benefits of that. So let's talk about the health benefits of mindfulness. Studies suggest that focusing on the present can have a positive impact on health and well-being. Mindfulness-based treatments have been shown to reduce anxiety and depression. There's also evidence that mindfulness can lower blood pressure and improve sleep. It may even help people cope with pain. For many chronic illnesses, mindfulness meditation seems to improve quality of life and reduce mental health symptoms, says Dr. Zaid of Harvard University. One of the first mindfulness-based therapies was used for depression. Many studies have shown that it could be effective for some people. Mindfulness appears to help with depression in two ways. First, it helps you develop the ability to stay grounded in the present, explains Dr. Sana of the University of Colorado Boulder. She studies that the use of mindfulness-based treatments to prevent relapse of depression, including among pregnant women. With depression, your attention can get hijacked into the past or future. She explains, you spend time focusing on past negative experiences or worrying about things to come. Second, mindfulness can help you decenter from such thoughts. It's like being able to sit on the riverbank and watch thoughts float by like leaves on a stream. Developing the skill of mindfulness can help you stop from being pulled into any one thought and carry down the stream. People often experience thoughts like nothing ever works out for me or it's always going to be this way. Over time and with practice, you can develop the ability to stand back from these painful thought patterns. Researchers are now studying whether mindfulness training can help with a variety of other conditions, including PTSD, eating disorders, and addiction. Oliver is looking at whether mindfulness can help reduce anxiety amongst people being treated for opioid use, and this can help prevent relapse. Developing healthy habits. Being mindful may also help you make healthier choices. Locke's team at Brown created an 8-week mindfulness program for people with high blood pressure. They studied whether the program increased participants' awareness of their habits. This included how they ate. The study found that participants chose a healthier diet after taking the course. You can bring mindfulness to your eating habits too. Studies suggest that it can help reduce binge eating and emotional eating. Paying close attention to your body can help you notice signals that you're full and help you better enjoy your food. This body awareness seems to be one part of how mindfulness helps people adopt healthier habits. If you've just eaten a jelly donut, you may be more likely to notice an unpleasant sugar crush. Locks explains. Remembering this can help you make better food choices in the future. This goes for positive feelings too. With physical activity, just about every day, everybody feels better afterwards. So with mindfulness training, we're aware of it improving our mood, and then we could use the reward to actually train ourselves. Mindfulness may also help with setting a goal. You can place our mind on being more active and eating more frequent fruits and vegetables. And if we place our intention there, it may be more likely that we're going to carry through it and make it happen. So with that being said, you guys, definitely take the opportunity to learn how to engage in mindfulness and meditation because it definitely help. I know that I have engaged in mindfulness and meditation lately a lot, and it's changed my life over the course of maybe about 6 months because every morning I pretty much meditate to kind of check in with God and kind of check in with myself and just kind of pray. That looks differently for everybody. Like I normally listen to gospel music or, just kind of have worship and praise as I'm doing my meditation so I could just kind of clear my mind and just kind of brain dump and just allow myself to be able to be in tune with myself and just taking that time out to just listen, be still for 10 minutes a day at least. And last but not least, we want to talk about different wearable fitness things as our last topic for today. All right, so let's talk about a couple things. First and foremost, for those that don't know what wearable technology is, it is a category of electronic devices that can be worn as accessories, embedded in clothing, implanted in the user's body, or even tattooed on the skin. These devices are hands-free gadgets with practical uses, powered by microprocessors, and enhanced with the ability to send and receive data via the internet. The rapid adoption of these devices are placed wearable technology at the forefront of the Internet of Things. So there were sunglasses that were invented in the 13th century. Timepieces small enough to be worn have been around since around 1500. But modern wearable technology is defined as incorporating a microprocessor and internet connection. So for those who have like fitness trackers, wristwatch, uh, Apple Watch, Samsung Watch, Bluetooth headsets, smart watches, web-enabled glasses allow people to receive data from Wi-Fi networks. The gaming industry has a lot of wearables with virtual reality and augmented reality sets. So, um, yeah, those pretty much definitely come in handy when you are monitoring like your like the weather, like air quality, measure pollutants, and identify hotspots for residents with respiratory problems. Another wearable idea is the breast monitor. It's an intelligent patch that can detect early signs of breast cancer and transmit the information to a lab for analysis. The wearable medical alert monitors are extending greater mobility and independence to the elderly and impaired. Smart tattoos that contain flexible electronic sensors are being developed to monitor health, heart and brain activity, sleep disorders, and muscle function. While these are temporary, even inks are being explored. A smartwatch for people with Parkinson's disease tracks the symptoms and transmits the data so that the personalized treatment plans can be developed. So those are just to name a few as to how technology has integrated with health, because it is very important that we definitely take our health serious. It's a lot going on, and we can't take these things for lightly. Take these things lightly, of course. So, you guys, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of The Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. Thank you guys for stopping by to talk to me and see me. I will see you guys same time, same place. You guys have a tremendous Tuesday. Thank you. Bye.